There was a girl I once knew, pure in her own right, the most beautiful treasure I'd ever known. Her words would glide off of her tongue like satin sheets on shaved legs, and her smile was untainted. Her dreams reached out to the stars, and her eyes twinkled when she thought of all she could be in this world, and even she was amazed at the possibilities. Her name was Eve, and she was me. And just like her, I became curious about who I was so I could figure out who I should be then. Like the tree of knowledge of good and evil, I took African American communications so I could know more about myself and my blackness, and I learned about my history. I learned that a man from Germany had the fate of my people sealed at the tip of his pen. I guess he thought my skin was as black and as evil as the demon inside of him, and generations after him they called me nigger. Salting the wounds of my greatest grandfather, nigger whipped from a white man's tongue and cut through years of his recovery. The next generation tried to put sugar on history. What's up, my nigga? My homie, my dog, my love, my nigga. Hip-hop blasted out like an SOS. My nigga, like without it the beats and boom bops will be dead. My nigga, we were unified in this, my nigga. Then Susan and Bill joined in, blinded by their white privilege. What's up, my nigga? But it's hard to tell a white man he's privileged. It's hard for him to understand that institutional racism is the reason he can so confidently walk atop the glass ceiling in his Burberry leather Bordeaux and not ever have to wonder if he's gonna make it out the hood someday. It's hard to pull yourself up by your bootstraps when someone is constantly standing on your shoulders, and it's hard to tell a white woman she's privileged. When she asks you how, take her to the nearest drugstore and kindly escort her to the hair section that reads ethnic. Show her the only shade of brown L'Oreal has to offer. Tell her about the time your boss said you could sell more cars when your hair is straight. 22 inches of the straightest Brazilian weave sheltering the kinks in my curl so I can climb the ladder high enough to tap on the bottom of the glass ceiling. Mama always told me. You'll have to work twice as hard to make it just as far, and she has never lied. So she trained me up in the way she thought I should go. Mainstream English seeped into my vocabulary since birth, and I started to sound like mainstream people. And I started to like mainstream music. My mother didn't tell me this was the start of the war of my mind about my identity. Rejected by the very people I thought I belonged to, I had a severe case of accenting individualism because I was just too white for them. My speech was too clear, and the Paramore in my headphones was too loud. My gangsta lean didn't have enough dip in it, and I just wasn't black enough for them. So I tried a different crowd. I tried to speak with Becky and Sarah, but they flipped their long blonde hair in my face. The melanin in my skin must have been too ghetto for them.